Old Dominion takes on East Carolina, 3:30 Eastern kickoff at ECU. ECU's -6, no total posted as of yet. ECU comes in 2-1 ATS on the year, marquee covers over the likes of USF and UNC. They were catching 15.5 against North Carolina and won that one outright by the final of 41-19. They were also catching 19.5 against Southern Florida and covered the points there as well. They're going up against an Old Dominion team who was the talk of the town this past weekend, upsetting Virginia Tech. That said, though, this Old Dominion squad is certainly not a top-tier program. They dropped 3 or 4 games straight up this year, and obviously, Buster Douglas, the underprepared Hokies who overlooked them. Old Dominion also failed to cover 3 or 4 games on the year as well. Their worst failure to cover coming at the hands of Liberty University in a 52-10 defeat. ODU was favored in that matchup, by the way. I think there's going to be some recreational money really pounding this ODU squad this week. There's going to be more eyes on them than usual. I think they're going to fall short by a touchdown at least. Give me the ECU Pirates -6, getting the job done against a number. And with that said, welcome to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for college football week 5. But before we get into some more of that, I just want to remind you to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Packages begin at just $1.99 a month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser and just quickly check me out at Patreon. It'll only take you a few seconds. Link is in the description section below. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at our Week 4 slate of college football lines and personal leans. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we have Southern Miss at Auburn, 4 o'clock, Jordan Hare. The Tigers of Auburn are the 27-point favorites in this one. 3-point fate of the Tigers in the early going here as they originally opened up -30. Auburn's 3-1 on the year, 2-1 ATS in those 3 games that were on the board. They've got quality covers over Washington and Arkansas. They were a 30-point favorite against Arkansas and got the job done by the final of 34-3. They were also the 1-point favorites against Washington and got the job done there 21-16. They're going up against a Southern Miss squad who lost to the likes of Louisiana Monroe just 2 short weeks ago. Auburn bounced back nicely after losing a heartbreaker to LSU. I really think they're still have the mindset of being in a national title hunt. It can certainly happen if they win out and take home the SEC title. So look for them to really try to punish USM here and beat them handily. Give me the Auburn Tigers laying the 27 against the point spread here. In this game, Ohio State travels to Happy Valley to take on Penn State, 7:30 kickoff at Beaver Stadium. The Buckeyes are -3.5 in this Big Ten Conference grudge match. They're 4-0 on the season, 3-1 against the spread thus far. All point spreads for OSU have been in the double digits. They've covered spreads of 40, 38, and 35 respectively. Their lone failure to cover came at home against TCU, where they were laying 13 points and won by a measly dozen. Now, on the Penn State side of things, we are seeing a similar story. They've really been able to pound and run up the score on these lesser opponents. That said, though, many of their games featured slow, sloppy starts, until which Jimmy Franklin took obvious liberties in garbage time to rack up some numbers. I also think Penn State lacks in the skill positions as well on the defensive side of the ball. Should be a pretty good game for the most part. I think we'll see the slightly superior Buckeyes win by at least a field goal. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the hook in this one and take the Ohio State Buckeyes -3, getting the job done against the spread. Next game, Stanford, Notre Dame, 7:30, Notre Dame Stadium. The Irish are -3.5 in this one, no total as of yet. They're 4-0 on the year, 2-2 ATS in those ball games. Those 2 failure to covers were double-digit spreads. They were also able to put up 56 points on the road at Wake Forest with their new QB. Now, Stanford's no slouch on their side of things either, but I don't think they'll get better quarterback play than Notre Dame. And I also think that tough, athletic Notre Dame defense does have enough talent to slow down Bryce Love to the point where he won't completely control the ball game. I really do like the Irish in the spot here. I think the X factor is location. I like them at home. It is their 4th home game in 5 weeks. So I'm going to buy the hook. Give me Notre Dame -3, getting the job done against the number. Next game, BYU travels to Husky Stadium to take on Washington. 8:30 kickoff at Husky Stadium. Washington's minus 17. They're 3-1 on the year, but just 1-3 ATS in those 4 ball games. They beat Arizona State 27-20 this past week, but failed to cover that 18-point spread. They also failed to cover against Auburn, which they lost 21-16. They were also laying 46 points against North Dakota. Most places had that game off the board. Meanwhile, on the BYU side, they've been playing some really tough football this year. 3-1 overall, just 1 3-point loss to Cal in their second game. They have marquee wins and covers over both Arizona and Wisconsin. Both were outright victories as well. And if you like historical trends, the Cougars are 4-1 ATS in their last 5 and a perfect 5-0 ATS in their last 5 away from home. So with all that said and done, I just don't think this BYU squad's going to roll over and die. Should be able to keep it within a couple scores. Don't count these Cougars out. I'm going to take BYU plus 17, getting the job done against the spread in this one. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I just have to remind you to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Packages begin at just $1.99 a month. There's also plenty of free content there as well, so just please feel free to quickly pause this video right now, open up your browser, and just type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It only take you a couple seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're watching this program right now, I just can't thank you enough. You make it all worth it. And with all that said, I just want to thank you who's watching right now for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And please don't forget to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage.